Hey everybody, what's up? Sketch here, coming at you with a gameplay commentary. Ooh, haven't seen one of these in a while, have you? I kind of figured the TF2 YouTube sphere could use just some old school gameplay commentary, so I've decided to do that. Much in the style of the old German Star videos from way long ago. Anyways, in this video we're playing with the shortstop, Criticola, and the Atomizer, I believe. I almost said Rap Assassin. These are items that I do not use very often, at least not as often as I probably should. Um, I don't know how well they work together. I think it went pretty okay, but I was gonna say I wanted to kind of talk about this. What would a Team Fortress 3 look like? This game's been out a long time. It's almost 20 years old now. I think 18 specifically, but getting close to 20, and that's kind of crazy. You just don't see 20-year-old video games anymore. But well, I mean, you've never really seen 20-year-old video games, I guess, unless you're talking about like Pong or Tetris, but multiplayer games, live service games like TF2, they don't ever last more than maybe a decade at most without having some kind of, especially without updates. TF2 just hasn't had any updates. Like, well, going on 10 years now. It's been 8 years since Jungle Inferno, I think. Anyways, there's been some talks of a TF3 in the works, and I kind of want to just kind of think about that, talk about that a little bit, because like apparently it's just some strings found in like, what was it, like Deadlock or CS2 or Dota, just one of these like Source 2 games that Valve's working on. There's just like a TF string or a TF folder that's like appeared now and is being like worked on, and people are thinking that it's like, oh, it's Team Fortress 3 now, and it's like, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I don't think they're really seriously working on a TF3. Like, this is probably like at this point, it's probably like the equivalent of like when they were like making like TF2, like Brotherhood of Arms, you know? Like, it's just like not much. Well, heck, not even that. I don't think there's anything to like really be shown yet. Again, that is if they're even working on it, and TF isn't like standing for something else. Like, they could be fucking working on the next Transformers game. Who knows? Maybe Valve's making Transformers Nemesis. If if you know what I'm talking about, then I love you. But I don't know. I mean, like, I've seen all kinds of people like guessing like what the next like TF game would look like, even, and like what it'd like be about, and like, to me personally, like, I don't think it's gonna have anything to do with TF2. Like, realistically, let's look at like Valve's like track record, their history with the Team Fortress IP, and the thing is, they always just iterate. You know, it's always been just, let's remake the old game, but just different. You know, because I think of it like, whenever like the TF team at the time got hired on at Valve, the first thing they did was they just remade Quake Team Fortress, but in the Half-Life engine inside Gold Source. And then Team Fortress 2 had this like whole like long 9-year development, because like at first it's like, oh, let's do this like realistic military shooter that'll get people playing, and they didn't like that, so they scrapped it. And then they're like, oh, what about this like alien invasion? What about we do like aliens and shit, human versus aliens? That sounds cool. And that didn't go anywhere, obviously. And then like, I think I remember like, it's either like in the documentary or somewhere like a Team Fortress dev has said that there's also like 3 or 4 other iterations of TF2 that have just never been like seen by the public. So they tried like all kinds of things to just like do Team Fortress, like what would a Team Fortress 2 possibly look like in 2005, 2006. And eventually, like at one point, they just said like, "Fuck it, let's just remake Team Fortress Classic," and that's what TF2 today is. It's just Team Fortress Classic, but they removed grenades, they fine tuned a few things, and they gave it a new coat of paint. And the thing is, I think if Valve really seriously ever does a TF3, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be TF2, but with a whole new coat of paint and maybe some like fine tuned gameplay tweakings. Like, I don't think it's gonna like, I don't even think it's gonna be set in the TF2 universe. I really don't. If they ever do a TF3, it's not gonna be connected to TF2 in any way. It's gonna be its whole like unique thing, but it's still gonna be the 9 classes we know. It's still gonna play mostly the same. It's just gonna look, it's just gonna have like a whole different like style. And it's like, that might seem kind of dumb, just from a business perspective. But it's like TF2's gameplay is so fine-tuned. And like you can go back and like listen to like the commentary notes and such, and like listen to like the in-game commentary to the developer stuff, and just like interviews and shit. And like they admit like, yeah, this game was like fine-tuned. There's like very specific reasons the game plays like it does, and like it basically like trying to do a TF3 would just be like reinventing the wheel. It's like you can't do that. So I think like yeah, sure. There's like that's why I say iteration, because like it can be like changed and iterated upon, like till the fucking cows come home. But it's gonna be like the same thing at its core, you know. I was gonna say I don't think another like Team Fortress game would be connected to the TF2 universe in really any way. It's gonna just be its own thing. Another Team Fortress game is just gonna be like yet another iteration upon the just Team Fortress IP, because like you had Quake Team Fortress, and then they just remade that into TFC, and then they just remade that into TF2. You know. But anyways, what do you guys think? What do you think a TF3 would look like? Give me your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's I was gonna say that's what they asked back then, right? Back in the days of TF2 in the comments. Anyways, that's it for today. See ya.